Item 48 and item 47 are both nets. Item 48 is on the page with these two, but 47 is on a page by itself. 47 and 48, when you cut them out, look like this. So you want to cut out both nets, and I am going to show you how to put these into your notebook because this is a tricky kind of thing. Let's start with the cube. On these that have the slanted angled pieces, you're going to fold. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to start folding those pieces in. Now, if we were actually doing this for, if I were with you in the classroom, we would go ahead and glue this and make models. But since we're doing this for your notebook, I do not want you to glue these. I just want you to fold these under. Okay? Now, if you prefer to not put this in your notebook, it's fine. It's yours. You can do with it what you want to. But I'll show you what I had in mind once we get all of these folded. We are beveling these edges. So when you get it folded, you won't see any of those beveled edges. You just see the squares. Okay. Now, I would recommend watching the lesson, doing the math before you stick this down, but it is your decision, however you want to do it. Okay, so we've got these folded. We need to do a little more folding. We actually need to fold the squares themselves. So I'm going to fold between my squares, the solid lines that lie between there. I'm just going to give them a crease. And I know this is a little tricky. Just do the best you can, and it's good enough, I promise. What I'm trying to get you to see here is the concept of surface area. All right. So in this particular net, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. So if I wanted to know how much, say, paint I was going to need to cover this surface, I could find the area of one of the squares and multiply it by 6. Because when this cube comes together, this is what it looks like. All right. Now, if you want to glue it, you can. You see, that's what the beveling is for. It just won't fit into your notebook once it's glued. So that's up to you. If you prefer to glue it, you can. What I had in mind is to have you to stick this piece. So when you lay the thing down, here's where the glue is going to go. And I'm going to do it well. This is one time I'm not going to scrimp on my glue. Just in that one square. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that square down. All right. So that when I want to, I can assemble this solid. But then when I'm done with it, it's not going to keep sitting up as a solid. It will lay down in your notebook for when you want to use it again. Okay, so here comes the cube. And that lets you see, I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way, but that lets you see a three-dimensional cube and how that surface area piece works. So when you're finished looking at it, you can lay it back down, just like so, and your notebook will close. Okay, let's build the pyramid. That's this one. This is called a square pyramid because it has a square base and triangular sides. So we're going to fold in the sides. If I wanted the surface area of this one, I would find the areas of 4 triangles and they're all the same. So if I found one, I could just multiply it by 4. But then I would also have to find the area of this square. So this really lets me see the triangles and the squares, or the square. There's only one square. That's the base. I wanted to use a pyramid because not everyone has seen a pyramid in real life. And that's a little bit hard. All of us have seen a cube somewhere, but not everyone is familiar with a pyramid. And you see that I'm working this back and forth to get it to be really foldable so that I can fold it and bend it the way it's supposed to go. So this one, again, if you want to glue it, you can. These pieces will fit together very nicely because of the way it's designed. But here is the pyramid when it's assembled. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way, and I can't. I want you to notice that the height of the pyramid, if you look at this thing, is not here. It's not the slant. The height of the pyramid is here. From the bottom, the ground up. There's the height. So always when you look at pyramids, solids, make sure you're getting the correct height. Okay, to put this one in your notebook, again, I'm going to glue the base very well. And I'm going to put them on the same page, the cube and the pyramid, because I can fit them on there. Stick that pyramid down. When you need to see it constructed, you just turn to this page in your book, build it up, and then when you're finished with it, you can fold it back down. And it will close up. You won't have to, your book doesn't have to stay open for it to work. Okay, so those are the 2 nets. And those were a little bit more complicated than I thought. I didn't realize they would be quite so hard to get down. But we got them. Again, that's item 47 and 48.